The NFL is postponing Sunday's Week 4 game between the Steelers and Titans until Monday or Tuesday because of multiple positive COVID-19 cases affecting the Titans. Another round of testing on Tuesday revealed a fourth Titans player also tested positive, bringing the total to 10 positives within the Titans organization, including other team personnel following Sunday's game against the Vikings. The NFL saying in a statement, the postponement will allow additional time for further daily COVID-19 testing to ensure the health and safety of players, coaches, and game day personnel. Meanwhile, the Vikings shut down their team facility until Thursday with more significant protocols in place, including point-of-care tests before entering the building. Sunday's game between Minnesota and Houston is still scheduled for Sunday afternoon. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, we've teamed up with AAA to save you 20% online or in-store. That's why they call us the Savings Dream Team. Okay, we're the only ones calling us that. But it's true. Your AAA membership can save you 20% at Napa. So we're basically superheroes with the most specific power ever, saving you 20%. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
20% off regular retail prices with valid AAA membership card. Offer ends 10/31/20.
NFL Network. We're all here for football.
That is how we start the show, baby.
We're here for the Thursday night throwdowns.
He is the guy that makes everything go.
Sunday morning breakdowns.
Nobody saw it coming.
He's got it! And all the inside lowdown.
He is ready to go.
Your team.
I think he is a great target.
Our team.
The best wide receiver in the NFL.
Every team.
This is epic.
NFL Network. We're here for football.
And we are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. Hey, Gene, it's a Thursday. It's the first day October.
Yeah, the first Thursday of October also.
Oh, I wasn't keeping score of that.
First Thursday.
Okay.
There'll be more.
Yes. October is Adopt a Dog Month. Okay.
All right.
You missed Louie. Louie came by the studios yesterday afternoon.
Came by to visit for a dog bone, or?
Well, Louie and Gabe seem to be on the same page. They communicate quite well, and I'm not sure exactly why.
I think Gabe probably growled at Gabe, because there was a bone in the near distance.
Yes.
And it was probably Gabe that growled at the dog.
I think you're right. Oh, well. Anyway, adopting a dog is a big decision, as you know, and the tough part comes a few years later when you have to decide, do I tell my dog he's adopted? That's tough.
Yep.
Yes.
Have a heart-to-heart talk.
Yes. Okay. Let's sit down and talk about this, buddy. Okay, October also Pizza Month. Yeah, we can start the argument. Does pineapple belong on a pizza?
Yeah, it can. I mean,
yeah, okay.
Not always, but
yes.
As an added, what do they call it? Things that you can, added condiment that you can put on them.
Sure, the so-called Hawaiian pizza with ham and pineapple. In my thinking, it should be more Spam and pineapple.
I'm sure that people have been creative and have used Spam more than they probably, if ever, want to admit.
Growing up, I don't recall a lot of Spam. I do recall canned hams, which are not far different.
I was going to say, they're pretty close.
Yes.
Pretty fine line.
Okay. You remember the old canned hams in the big kind of triangular can?
Yeah.
And you had to have the key to open it?
Open it up, yeah. The little treasure that you were going to find inside, which was this ham with this gel-looking, well, it was grease.
I think our moms shopped at the same store. Okay.
But it wasn't bad.
Yes. Birthdays today. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Actor, singer Julie Andrews, 85. Stella Stevens, 82. Jerry Martini, He plays sax for Sly and the Family Stone, 77. Actor Stephen Collins, 73. Actor Yvette Freeman, 70. Randy Quaid is 70. Actor Isai Morales, 58. Actor Christopher Titus, 56. Actor Zach Galifianakis is 51. Actor Sherry Salm is 46. Actor Carrie Azelton is 42. Actor Sarah Drew is 40. Actor Carly Hughes, 38. Actor Journey Smollett Bell is 34. Actor Brie Larson, 31. Actor Priya Ferguson, 14. And actor Jack Stanton is 12. I don't know, 12. Can you call him an actor?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Probably a lot more talent than what you see on a lot of the cable channels.
Probably so.
Okay.
Was it Randy Quaid that you just mentioned?
Randy, yes.
Oh, Randy. Okay.
Yeah.
I meant Randy.
Yeah, I think he's the sane Quaid.
Okay, I thought maybe he was the certifiable one.
Yes. Okay, we've got local birthdays coming up. High school football returns to KXO. We will have classic high school football games every Friday night on AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Our broadcast features some of the very best games from the KXO archives. Classic high school football.
Let's play some football!
Is brought to you by Ubaldo Bermudez, your local Allstate agent. You're in good hands. Baja Farms in Holtville, supporting our communities. The UPS store on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Chavela Hernandez, Raymond Rojas, Lori Golder, Margie Cornejo, Casey Cooper, Rosa Valenzuela, Esperanza Schultz, Eric Lyerly, Evelyn Holder, Rose Patzloff, Reba Miller, Jerry Schaffner, Danny Loshek, Melissa Hernandez, Orion Anderson, Deborah Porter, Mike Torres, David Garcia, Stanley Armstrong, Adrian Verdugo, Amy Worrell, Art Yarena Jr., Charlene Jepson, Eric Saldivar, Jasmine Pitones, Martha Ontiveros, Norma Martinez, Miranda McIlvaney, and Fabiola Ornelas is 12. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, some rocking and a rolling going on around the valley, Gene.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in the news, about a swarm of earthquakes, not bees.
Okay. Well, they were centered around Westmoreland. They could have been bees.
Could have been bees, yeah.
Yeah. You never know.
You never know.
We'll have to check with the Ashurst, I believe.
Yes, they are the bee kings, I guess, or queens, or
okay.
Whatever.
Today, first day of October, is also Hair Day. And let's see, Homemade Cookies Day and International Music Day.
I wonder if they have a store-bought Cookies Day.
Every day is store-bought Oreo Cookies Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I wrote it down.
Okay. Yeah, brought to you by Keebler and the Elves, right?
Yeah, although the cookies that you talked about, I don't think those were a Keebler product. Who knows?
Who knows? Are you ready for news?
We've got news. Swarm of quakes in the news this morning. Candidates forums. So stay with us.
Okay, it's first off a look at World and California news headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief. Better jobless numbers today, but tens of thousands of airline workers are waiting for news on whether they will keep their jobs after Congress failed to come up with a new assistance plan. Correspondent Chris Van Cleve.
Industry-wide, CBS News found about 45,000 could be at risk of furlough or layoff.
And another blow to the cruise industry. The CDC has extended its no-sail order through October 31st. Senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg thinks that's optimistic because of all the new rules.
While we may see a few ships set sail with passengers towards the end of this year, the bulk of cruising will still not resume until early 2021.
A surge in coronavirus cases in the Midwest led to a teachers' protest at the state capitol in Wisconsin.
Our first responsibility is to keep students safe.
On Wall Street, after the latest jobless report, the Dow Jones Industrials are up 45 points. CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
Whatever the weather brings, you can rely on a York Affinity premium system to keep your home cool and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bill. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat. Yeah, every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties, and affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. Contractor's license 696-216.
California headline news. Firefighting efforts in Northern California slowed Wednesday by a low ceiling that kept air tankers grounded most of the day.
That smoke layer, that lid that comes over the valley, when we have high pressure above us, it puts that lid on us, and that smoke isn't able to clear.
Scott Roars with CAL FIRE. The glass fire still just 2% contained at over 50,000 acres in Sonoma and Napa counties. The Zog fire in Shasta County, also over 50,000 acres. The death toll there rising to 4. The fire 10% contained. Governor Gavin Newsom signs legislation providing independent and transparent oversight of police officers' use of deadly force.
Just broad strokes, this goes to how we engage in protests and what our protocols and processes are.
The governor signing a number of bills into law Wednesday, including establishing a task force to develop reparation proposals for racial injustice. Swarm of earthquakes continuing near California's Salton Sea. Experts say a big one could come soon. Hundreds recorded near the town of Westmoreland since Wednesday afternoon. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
Hi. Guess we should talk about something. How's the, vermicelli game in your town? Got any good Vietnamese restaurants? Vermicelli? Oh, it's a noodle. Very good. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You're a smart, hard-working roofing contractor. Save time with the Beacon Pro Plus app. The Beacon Pro Plus app works round the clock for material ordering, checking order history, and automated rebate tracking, saving valuable time, especially when working remotely. Beacon proudly offers GAF Timberline HDZ shingles with a 600% launcher strike zone nailing area for faster, more accurate installations. You work hard. Now work smarter. Sign up for free at beaconproplus.com today.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, hundreds of earthquakes have swarmed around the city of Westmoreland. George Gale has the story.
The swarm started at around 3 Wednesday afternoon. Quakes have ranged from microquakes to moderate quakes. Strongest so far was a magnitude 4.9. A 5.1 had been reported, but it was downgraded. Most all of the temblors have been about 2 miles north of Westmoreland. Few earthquakes have been reported near Brawley and Calipatria. Seismologists via Twitter have said the swarm has not been near the San Andreas Fault. They say swarms are not that unusual in Imperial County, but it is always wise to be prepared. While there have been a lot of rattled nerves, no structural damage or injuries have been reported from the swarm, though shelves in some markets and other establishments have been strewn, the merchandise strewn from the shelves. Seismologists say there is no way to predict how long the swarm will last. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
2 candidates forums are scheduled. They'll be held, one today, the 1st of October, and the other the 8th of October. The Coalition of Labor, Agriculture, and Business of Imperial County will be hosting the candidates forum. The Purpose of the forums is to educate the public on some of the issues and the candidate's position on these issues in order to provide the public with the best possible information with which to make their personal decision in the election process. The general election is November 3rd. The public is encouraged to submit a question on the forum available on the CoLab webpage. The forums will be recorded and posted on the CoLab website within 3 days of the forums. They will also be available on podcast by KXO. The first forum will be tonight. Will feature candidates for IID Division 2 from 4 to 5 p.m. The second forum will be October the 8th from 4 to 5:15 p.m. for Division 4. KXO News Time, 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price. Guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
In other local news, a fatal traffic accident in El Centro yesterday. Here's more on that story.
The accident was reported at just after 6 p.m. Tuesday on eastbound Interstate 8, east of Dogwood Road. According to the CHP, 2 men were assisting the driver of a 2016 Ford pickup on the right shoulder of the freeway. The eastbound car, driven by 34-year-old Alfonso Valdez III of El Centro, hit the driver's side door of the Ford and then hit Hildardo A. Banuelos of Calexico and the other man who had been assisting the driver of the Ford pickup. Valdez and Banuelos were both taken to El Centro Regional Medical Center for treatment. Valdez suffered minor injuries, while Banuelos sustained major internal injuries and was transferred to Desert Regional Medical Center's trauma facility. The victim who died has been identified as Rafael Gonzalez, 51 years old, of Calexico. Valdez III was subsequently arrested for driving under the influence and manslaughter. Collision remains under investigation. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A big rig ran off the road on State Route 78 south of Palo Verde Road. The accident occurred at 4 a.m. this morning when the big rig swerved to avoid a dead wild burro on the roadway. The big rig ended up stuck in the sand. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. On, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive in Brawley.
What's that? You want crispy McDonald's chicken McNuggets? And what's that? You want them spicy? Breaded in tempura, made with cayenne and served up with new mighty hot sauce? Well, you got it. Introducing new spicy chicken McNuggets. Now, what are you going to do about it?
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
You have made a wise decision.
For a limited time at participating McDonald's.
Page 2 of the Local News and weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, 3 more deaths in Imperial County have been attributed to COVID-19. The Imperial County Public Health Department released new numbers Wednesday morning, and they show the number of deaths increased from 317 to 320. The new cases per day per 100,000 population remained at 9.84, while the positivity rate went from 6.26% on Tuesday to 7.77% on Wednesday. The number of active cases in the valley jumped from 275 on Tuesday to 300 on Wednesday's dashboard. Well, COVID-19 protections are here for ag workers. Here's more on that story.
The governor signed 2 bills this week, AB 2043 and AB 2165. Bills were authored by Assemblyman Robert Rivas of Hollister and Assemblyman Eduardo Garcia. Garcia says these measures establishing the nation's first legislative package of COVID-19 protections for agricultural workers passed the legislature with bipartisan support. He says the legislation helps protect agricultural communities against the spread of COVID-19 and ensures workers have access to critical workplace safety information and essential state services during the pandemic. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
El Centro City Council Candidates Forum is coming up today. The forum will be live streamed by the Rotary Club of El Centro during its regular meeting. To comply with social distancing requirements, the club now holds its meetings via Zoom. The public is invited to view the forum on the club's Facebook page. The forum will start at just after noontime. El Centro Rotary Club President Karina Alvarez said the club is live streaming the event to give El Centro voters a chance to learn more about the candidates. All 6 candidates seeking the 3 seats have confirmed for their attendance. Salton Sea Authority's special meeting is coming up. Here's more on that story.
The board of directors hold the meeting later this morning. Because of the pandemic, the board meets via Zoom. Meeting will be a closed session meeting beginning at 9 this morning. They will discuss just one item, employment of a general manager. Following the closed session, the board will report any action taken during the closed session and then adjourn the meeting. The next regular meeting of the Salton Sea Authority Board of Directors will be October 22nd. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, dry conditions and clear skies will continue into the weekend as strong high pressure persists across the southwestern United States. Temperatures will remain above normal through the period, with the Imperial and Yuma Valley highs generally topping out between 103 and 107 degrees through the end of the week. Slightly cooler temperatures are expected early next week, with highs gradually falling back closer to 100 degrees. 108 the high yesterday, 70 our low. Sunny today with a high near 107 and light wind. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 74, light wind. Friday, sunny with a high near 107, light wind. Saturday, sunny with a high near 105, light wind. And Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 103, light wind becoming southeast about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. And look for the harvest moon, and also, according to Mei Wu, it is the Chinese Moon Festival. We'll celebrate. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Your neighbors in Yuma. Fisher Chevrolet Buick GMC has one of the largest selection of new and used vehicles in the desert Southwest. No worries about California admissions. You're covered. Trade-ins, no problem. Credit, we can work with you. Can you buy online? Yes. Just go to FisherChev.com. Find the vehicle and make your offer. Fisher Chevrolet, 775 Eastern 2nd Street in Yuma, or FisherChev.com.
It's a Fisher. It's a Fisher. Fisher.
Well, it's sports time. Yeah, they're still playing basketball. Go figure. And first round of the NBA Finals, finally. Yeah, the Lakers dumped the Heat 116-98. Lakers lead the best-of-7 series, 1-0. And Major League Baseball in their round-robin end-of-the-season playoffs. The Braves went 13 innings before they finally beat the Reds 1-0. Meanwhile, the Astros topped the Twins 3-1. And Houston wins the best of 3 series. Marlins 5, Cubs 1. It was the A's over the White Sox 5-3. They're tied at 1 game each. The Rays ripped the Blue Jays 8-2 and won their series. The Yankees won their series over the Indians with a 10-9 win. The Dodgers dumped the Brewers 4-2. And the Padres, without pitching, they lost to the Cardinals 7-4.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
Well, okay, we've covered basketball, we've covered baseball. Oh, yes, NFL action. Thursday night football tonight on AM 1230. It's the Broncos and the Jets from East Rutherford, New Jersey. And we've got games starting at 4:30 this afternoon. No, 5. Yeah, it'll be 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Baltimore Ravens signed All-Pro cornerback Marlon Humphrey to a 5-year, $98.75 million extension. The agreement, which averages almost $20 million per season, makes Humphrey the second highest paid quarterback in the league, right behind Jalen Ramsey. And The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, says that the XFL plans to return in 2022. Don't forget Friday Night Lights. Yeah, we've got high school football on AM 1230. Classic high school football games. Tomorrow night, it's Southwest and Central City Championship from October of 2015 on AM 1230.
Shiloh Inns are open and ready to welcome you back. Hello, I'm Mark Hemstreet, owner of Shiloh Inns. While we practice social distancing, we're still always committed to providing clean, safe, comfortable rooms and friendly service. Shiloh Hotel guests and employees deserve the peace of mind knowing that we are always focused on maintaining high standards of cleaning and safety practices. Our American spirit is alive and strong, and while we're all going through these unprecedented historical times, we can face these challenges together. Although we may wear face masks, there are no restrictions on still making travel memories for business or pleasure. So book your next stay with confidence by calling 1-800-222-2244 or visit our website at shilohins.com. Shiloh Inns, affordable excellence. American family-owned and proud of it.
Financial news and the weather brought to you by Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. U.S. stock benchmarks trading slightly higher today, starting October and a new quarter, as investors train their attention on discussions over another fiscal stimulus package in Congress. The Dow Jones Industrial Average right now up about 60 points. The S&P 500 up 9, and the NASDAQ up 90. Meanwhile, gold up $12.60 an ounce. I told you to buy yesterday. And oil off $2.10 a barrel. After negotiations between House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Secretary Stephen Mnuchin of the Treasury Department failed to yield agreement on another fiscal stimulus measure to combat the economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic, investors were hoping that a delay by the House on a vote on the Democrats' $2.2 trillion rescue package might mean progress was still possible. Meanwhile, the Fed announced that it would continue to limit the dispersal of capital to investors in the form of stock buybacks and dividends through the fourth quarter for banks with over $100 billion in assets, which could weigh on moves in financial stocks which have been lagging behind other sectors of the market during the recovery in the broader equity market since March. Meanwhile, Americans ratcheted up their spending in August for the fourth month in a row, helped by fiscal stimulus measures, but the increase was the smallest since the U.S. reopened businesses and pointed to a slower economic recovery. Incomes declined by 2.7%, the biggest drop since early in the pandemic. The IHS Markit September Purchasing Managers Index for manufacturing posted 53.2 in September, broadly in line with the August numbers.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialists. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 107, light winds. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 74. Light wind becoming west-southwest about 5 miles an hour. It'll be sunny on Friday with a high near 107 and light wind. Right now downtown, we are looking at 76 degrees, 22% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest, 325 miles per hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. When drains don't work, they do. By the way, are you aware our morning news like this? It's available on our YouTube channel, the KXO YouTube channel. You can subscribe. It's free. Yeah, let your friends and neighbors outside of the valley know about it. Yeah. Subscribe to the KXO YouTube channel. Check out our website and follow us on Facebook.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Peter King in Orlando. Few people have been flying during the pandemic. The result, an estimated 45,000 airline workers out of work, starting today with government payroll assistance ending. Correspondent Chris Van Cleve has one woman's story.
Denisha McCluskey became a flight attendant 4 years ago. But today, McCluskey is out of a job because of the pandemic.
I'm really scared about where my health will lie without having the proper health care.
McCluskey reveals her Crohn's disease once nearly killed her and requires regular, costly infusions. When her health insurance runs out, she's not sure what she'll do.
McCluskey will join 837,000 people who filed first-time unemployment claims last week. The Labor Department says that's down about 36,000 for the week before. Bankrate.com's Mark Hamrick.
Across the states, it was a mixed picture this time. Declines in Florida, New York, Texas, and Georgia. Increases in new claims in Nevada, New Jersey, and Illinois.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has lifted coronavirus restrictions for businesses, meaning some people are getting their old jobs back here. But health officials are worried about another wave of cases, something that's already happening elsewhere. Here's CBS's Jim Krasula.
Coronavirus cases are surging in the Midwest, with some hospitals in Wisconsin and North Dakota exceeding capacity in their COVID-19 units. While many Midwestern states are seeing some of the nation's highest per capita rates of infection, many Republican governors have refused to issue mask mandates that are being recommended by federal health officials.
A new report from a child advocacy group says the Roman Catholic Church still isn't doing enough to protect kids from abuse by clergy and other church officials. CBS's Wendy Gillette.
A 2-year investigation by the group Child USA shows policies adopted by Roman Catholic leaders to prevent sexual abuse of children are inconsistent and incomplete. The organization is calling for more detailed standards across the country. But the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops says states and local jurisdictions have different reporting requirements.
A suburban Detroit man faces hate crime charges after a series of incidents this past summer, including shots fired into the home of a couple who supports the Black Lives Matter movement. Michael Fredericks was in court this morning.
I can say it's not like me. I acted way out of character. Because
This wasn't about the color of anyone's skin.
The couple says they also found a swastika and the words terrorist Black Lives Matter painted onto their pickup truck. The tires slashed. Frederick can bond out of jail for $200,000. Wall Street, the Dow is up 70 points. This is CBS News.
Capital One is right in the palm of your hand, so you can check your balance, deposit checks, pay bills, and transfer money from your phone with a top-rated app. Get started online anytime. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, traffic has been crazy lately, right? And rush hour? Forget it. Nobody wants to let you merge onto the highway. But hey, somebody let you merge or you wouldn't be there, so drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
With so many new pet owners, Kezia's Grooming can't keep up.
Kezia's Grooming? Sorry, we're booked solid through the weekend. I can give you a call back, though, if something opens up.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Banned in Britain from this day forward, plastic straws. Here's CBS's Vicki Parker.
You can still do this, but the straw you do it with has to be paper or wood or metal, anything but plastic. The ban on single-use plastic straws, stirrers, and plastic-stemmed cotton earbuds was supposed to start in April. The pandemic forced postponement, but starting today, it's illegal for businesses to sell or supply them. Environmental campaigners here welcoming the move, but calling for more single-use items to be banned. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Major League Baseball is about to do something it hasn't done since spring training. It'll have fans in the stands with 11,000 tickets available for both the National League Championship Series and the World Series to be played at the brand new Globe Life Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Groups will be socially distanced and they will have to follow other strict COVID-19 restrictions. Tickets go on sale next week. Peter King, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230.